Welcome to the Deep Dive, brought to you by our friends at RWG Publishing.
Great to be here.
We're really thrilled you're joining us today because we're about to crack open a story that, well, I think it offers a lot more than just entertainment. Our mission, as always, is to take these sources, dig in deep, and pull out those, essential nuggets of knowledge, those moments that really make you feel informed.
And today's deep dive into Bill Vincent's Game Changer, Secrets of the Underdog, it definitely delivers on that front.
It really does.
What's pretty remarkable about this book, I think, is how it goes beyond just its setting. It's set in the world of competitive basketball.
High-stakes stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But the core themes, they're universal, aren't they? It's about facing your own limits, dealing with pressure, and ultimately figuring out what success even means when life just knocks you sideways.
Absolutely. So yeah, Bill Vincent's Game Changer, Secrets of the Underdog. And at the heart of it is Tyler Reeves. He's this young, really determined basketball player from Crestwood, small town kid.
Right. And he's not portrayed as some kind of natural superstar. His story is all about grit, pure determination.
Totally. And his whole future, like getting out of his neighborhood, helping his family out of their cramped house, it all hangs on getting a college scholarship through basketball, that one path.
Yeah.
It's everything to him.
And that's right where the story kicks off with a massive twist. Almost immediately, that dream it shatters.
Yeah.
A really bad injury takes him out of the game, sidelines him completely. And suddenly he's the underdog in, well, every sense of the word.
It hits you right away.
It does. And it forces you, the reader, to ask that tough question. What happens when the only path you saw, the one you poured everything into, just vanishes? How do you even start to rethink things? Your future, your identity.
Right. So what does this deep dive mean for you listening? We're not just, following a basketball season here.
Yeah.
We're digging into those secrets of the underdog that Bill Vincent talks about. And these aren't just plot points. They're real principles, like perseverance, believing in yourself even when it's hard, and redefining what winning actually means.
That's the key, isn't it? The real game changer in the book isn't just about, say, winning the final game. It's that internal shift.
Yeah, the transformation. That lets Tyler, and really lets any of us, flip the script when the odds feel impossible. So let's really unpack that.
Okay.
So our journey with Tyler starts in chapter 1, which is called The Struggle. And it really paints this picture, early mornings, him out on the blacktop court.
You can almost feel it. Dreaming of the big leagues, Madison Square Garden.
Yeah.
But knowing deep down that scholarship is his ticket out.
His family's ticket out. The book really drives home the weight of that dream. It's not just about him.
No, definitely not.
Yeah.
It shows the family struggles really clearly. His mom working multiple jobs, just exhausted. The flickering light bulb, his worn-out basketball shoes. That unspoken financial pressure is always there.
Yeah. So basketball isn't just a passion. It's like survival. A chance for a different life for all of them.
Which really underscores something fundamental about underdogs, right? Their fight is often for something much bigger than just themselves.
And then, bam, the moment it all falls apart. It's the big game. Scouts are watching. Scores tied. Fourth quarter. Tyler drives to the basket.
You're holding your breath.
And it's just one bad step.
Ankle injury. Done. The book says the dream was gone, just like that. He literally watches the scouts kind of lose interest, jotting notes. It's just gutting.
Awful. And the physical pain is bad, sure. But the book makes it clear the deeper pain is that lost hope. He feels like it's the end of the world.
Totally. But then his mom, even though she's obviously worried sick, says something really important. You'll find another way. You always do.
Yeah, that line sticks with you. It's not just comfort, is it? It's almost a challenge. It sets up this huge internal conflict for Tyler. Like, can he actually find another way? Does he even know how? And that's where we get maybe the first secret of the underdog. The power of, reevaluation. Because against the odds, there's this tiny flicker of hope.
Right. The coach comes to visit.
Yeah, Coach Williams. And he tells Tyler the scouts were impressed. They saw something. And now they want to see how he bounces back.
Which changes everything. It's not just a lifeline. It's like the rules of the game just shifted entirely.
Exactly. Before, they were looking at pure talent, right? Skills on the court. Now, the game for Tyler is about his character, resilience, how he handles this massive setback.
That's such a key insight for anyone facing adversity, isn't it? Sometimes the setback forces people to look at a different quality. Your inner strength, your character. And maybe that's a more important measure anyway.
A much more sustainable path than just raw talent, maybe.
Could be. It forces Tyler to rethink success, right from the start.
Okay, so moving into the next part, falling behind. This is where we see the ripple effect. The injury isn't just about the court.
No, it hits everything. Schoolwork first. He just can't focus. Algebra feels impossible. He feels like a failure there, too.
And then he gets that text from his friend Josh about the
Oh,
playoffs.
yeah, like a punch to the gut.
Yeah.
And he snaps at his mom. You see him realizing everything's just spiraling.
And it hits his friendships hard, too. The cafeteria scenes are rough. He feels like what does the book say? A broken attraction.
Yeah, awkward. And there's that shift in energy with his teammates. Even when Josh and Lucas try to be supportive, their comments sting. He feels like a spectator.
More isolated. Slipping away.
The book really captures that feeling well. This shows another secret, maybe. How a core setback can just spread, impacting areas of your life you didn't expect.
So he goes to Coach Williams. He's brutally honest, admits he's falling behind everything.
Which takes courage.
It does. And the coach's advice is pretty direct but understanding. Part of being an athlete is learning how to deal with setbacks. Then he challenges him. Find a new way to contribute. Be a leader from the sidelines.
Which Tyler initially resists, right? He doesn't want to be the guy on crutches giving pointers.
No way. But it forces him to think about his role differently. Can leadership come from vulnerability, not just performance?
That's a big question. And meanwhile, the academic struggle gets worse. Biology class, feeling helpless. But then Jess, a smart classmate, offers to help.
And she says something important, too. Everyone falls behind sometimes. What matters is how you get back on track.
And that's huge for Tyler, accepting help,
Hmm.
especially for someone who's probably always relied on himself.
Yeah, it's a crack in the armor, in a good way. Another key insight, maybe. You have to seek and accept support sometimes. Get past the pride.
Absolutely. And that opens the door for a deeper talk with his mom. He admits he feels less than I used to be.
Oh, that's rough.
Yeah. But her response is perfect. You're not less, Tyler. You're just going through a rough patch. And she helps him focus on just taking one step at a time.
Breaking it down, not getting overwhelmed by the mountain ahead.
Exactly. Manageable actions.
Okay, then comes chapter 3, learning the hard way. And here, Tyler's own attitude becomes a problem. He gets impatient in rehab.
Yeah, he thinks the basic exercises are beneath him. I can handle more, he's muttering. Coach Miller warns him.
But he doesn't listen. Tries to push it on the balance board, falls, makes the ankle worse.
Ouch. Proving the coach right, he's not invincible.
It's a hard lesson about ego, isn't it? And
Yeah.
respecting the process, trying to rush things, often just sets you back further.
Definitely. And the academic pressure keeps building. That biology test scene, his mind just goes blank.
Can't even recall basic stuff like cellular respiration. Feels like he's drowning.
And he's too embarrassed again to accept help from Emma. Ends up guessing. Feels that crushing weight of failure. Shows how these things compound, right?
Totally. And the social isolation gets even worse. Back in the cafeteria, feeling invisible while his teammates are just moving on with the season.
He snaps at Luke, doesn't he? I'm just watching you all carry on like nothing's changed.
Yeah. It's raw, but it shows how displaced he feels. Like he just doesn't belong anywhere now. His whole identity was tied up in being a player.
A really common feeling when something central is taken away.
This pushes him towards a tipping point. He starts ignoring coach's texts, just watches the team practice through the gym window, feeling like a total outsider.
Even when Luke says something nice, like, we miss having you out there, it just hurts more somehow.
Yeah, deepens the ache. And that terrifying thought starts, oh, what if I never get back to the way things were?
Ugh, that fear.
And then, breaking point. Still struggling with math, shutting his mom out, feeling completely trapped. Ignores Luke's text about the next game because he can't stand being a spectator in his own life.
Just relentless questions in his head. What if this is it? Overwhelming fear. Needs to escape it, but where does he go?
It's a powerful look at the mental toll, the isolation, the fear that comes with these long setbacks. Wow. So Tyler's journey through this first half, it's raw, isn't it? It really shows what happens when your whole world just gets turned upside down.
Yeah, definitely. He's grappling with so much. His identity tied to one thing, the physical and mental setbacks, and just struggling with the idea of even asking for help.
It feels really relatable. I mean, anyone who's felt that weight of expectation or just deep disappointment can probably connect with that.
For sure. And his story really highlights that recovery, progress, it's almost never a straight line, is it?
No.
True strength often comes from having to adapt, reaching out, being honest about the struggle, even when you just want to hide.
Yeah, like when he admits feeling less than or invisible, that honesty about the internal struggle is so important. Setbacks take a huge mental toll.
They really do. You have to deal with that internal landscape.
So if Tyler's journey, finding that resilience, figuring out a new path, if that speaks to you, and you want to go deeper into these secrets of the underdog,
Then Game Changer by Bill Vincent is definitely one to pick up.
absolutely. And you can find it easily. Just click the link to Amazon right there in our show notes. You can follow Tyler's whole incredible story.
Welcome back to the deep dive. Okay, so Tyler was in a pretty dark place, but chapter 4 is called The Breakthrough. And this is where things start to shift, albeit slowly.
Yeah, he's still in physical therapy with Jessica. It's frustrating. But she keeps encouraging him, saying, progress doesn't always look the way we want it to.
It's just so true. And then during leg extensions, there's that small click, just a tiny sign, but it's like a flicker of hope.
It's a great reminder, isn't it? Progress often comes in those tiny, almost unnoticeable steps. You just have to keep showing up.
And this tiny flicker leads to a really big shift in strategy for him. He stops wallowing, basically.
Right. He starts researching other athletes who recovered from injuries, finding inspiration from their stories, people who wanted to quit every single day but focused on little victories.
And this moves him from just feeling sorry for himself to actually taking action. He creates a routine, a meal plan. He gets structured. He realizes this wasn't the end. It was just a new beginning. He's taking control back. That's a huge insight. The power of shifting from passive despair to active, structured effort.
That newfound sense of purpose gives him the courage to start reaching out again. Sends that tentative text to Luke, admitting he feels anxious.
And Luke's response is awesome, right? Dude, finally, we've been missing you.
Yeah. Huge boost. And the coach sends a supportive message, too. Proud of how you're handling this. Tyler finally feels like he's not alone.
Which highlights how vital it is to rebuild that support system, break the isolation cycle.
Then comes the big moment, facing the team, going back to practice. He's nervous.
Understandably.
But Luke shouts out, yo, Ty's here. And the team greets him with genuine warmth, not pity. He joins the banter, feels like he's part of something bigger again.
And even contributing from the sidelines, giving advice, gives him a new sense of purpose.
Yeah.
He starts to believe again this is where he belonged.
It shows that finding a way to contribute, even if it's different from before, can really restore that sense of belonging.
Definitely.
Okay, chapter 5, climbing the ladder. Tyler's back on the court for non-contact practice. Excitement, but nerves too.
Yeah, his knee twanged, muscles are stiff, the competitive spirit is there, but
But then he sees Devin, this newer player, who's kind of stepped into the role Tyler used to own, and that hits him hard. That old identity clashing with the new reality. Still feels like a spectator.
that internal conflict leads him to Dr. Cohen, the sports psychologist. He admits his biggest fear. What if I'm never the same?
And Dr. Cohen asks that game-changing question. What if success doesn't mean going back to exactly where you were? What if it means evolving as a player?
That's huge. It pushes Tyler to think about success differently, to be patient. It's about recalibrating your goals, not just chasing the past. A massive insight.
But it's not an instant fix. Those doubts are still there on the court. During a scrimmage, that nagging voice is loud. What if I mess up?
Devin's guarding him. The tension's there.
And Tyler hesitates. Devin gets the steal, scores. Marcus points it out. You're in your head too much.
And Tyler knows it. The fear inside is still stronger than his desire to just play.
Yeah.
It shows that often your toughest opponent is yourself, right?
Absolutely. That silent battle, as the book calls it, continues in the locker room. He admits to Marcus, I can't just play the game anymore.
And Marcus basically says, stop letting fear run the show. But Tyler's resentment towards Devin grows, probably projecting his own insecurity.
Yeah. And he can't even lie to his mom when she texts. He realizes maybe for the first time, the only person standing in his way was himself. Identifying those internal barriers is key.
And then comes the turning point. Next practice. He shows up determined to break through. Devin's still playing well, but Tyler manages to take a breath.
A turnover happens, Tyler gets the ball, and suddenly that fear feels small. He makes a decisive drive, drains the shot. That swish.
Feels alive on the court again, free from the hesitation.
Oh.
Coach notices, glad to see you stepping up.
That's the moment courage finally pushes past the self-doubt, a real breakthrough.
And that confidence carries over. There's a final glimmer of hope in his PT session. Karen, the therapist, says, trust the process. You've got the right mindset now. That's half the battle.
He feels that strength coming back. And when Luke texts, you coming tomorrow, Tyler's reply is solid, yeah, I'll be there.
A quiet commitment, but it shows that internal resolve is building. That's the foundation.
Okay, Chapter 7, Redefining Success. This kicks off with a really deep phone call with his mom. He's questioning everything. Is basketball what I really want anymore?
Wow, that's a big question after everything.
Yeah, and her advice is profound. Success isn't just about basketball, it's about finding what makes you happy. And Tyler realizes maybe he was chasing this dream partly for others.
That's a powerful moment of self-discovery.
Yeah.
The liberation that comes from defining success on your own terms, that's a huge secret.
Then he talks to Coach Grady. He confesses his uncertainty, and the coach shares his own story about a career-ending injury and having to redefine success.
Oh, that's powerful.
Yeah. Coach says, dreams evolve, Tyler. The key is figuring out what success looks like for you, not what everyone else thinks it should be.
It opens Tyler's mind, right? That changing your path isn't failure, it's growth, evolution.
Then he talks to Avery, his friend. She reinforces it. People change, dreams change, and crucially, you're more than just a player, Ty. Don't let one thing define you.
Affirming his worth outside of basketball, so important for building a multifaceted identity.
And maybe the most liberating conversation is with his dad. Facing that weight of expectations, he admits he's uncertain about basketball.
And the dad's reaction.
Totally unexpected. Unconditional support. You could never let me down, son, not by being honest about how you feel.
Wow.
Yeah. It just frees Tyler, lets him breathe, think, decide for himself. Shedding those external inherited expectations, that's a critical step towards finding your own way. Another huge secret.
Absolutely.
So, Chapter 8, The Underdog's Rise. Tyler wakes up one morning and makes a decision. He's gonna fight back, but on his own terms for himself this time.
Feels stronger, determined. You see it as practice. It's intense, focused. He even welcomes the pain now. Darius notices, keep that up, man. We need that energy.
It shows the power of that internal motivation, doesn't it, when you're doing it for yourself?
Definitely. But he still has to confront doubts, especially when Malik, another player, taunts him. But he remembers his dad's words. It's not about being the best. It's about giving everything you've got.
He internalizes that, makes it his mantra, even puts it in his phone, play for himself now.
That reframing is so powerful. Success is effort, personal best, not just winning. It's a great psychological tool.
But the harsh reality of competition is still there. He's fighting for a starting spot, struggling in drills, shots not falling. Malik seems dominant.
Jason gives him that simple advice again. You two in your own head, trust yourself. Just play your game.
And Tyler doesn't quit. He stays late, practices alone, finds that calm in just bouncing the ball. It comes back to self-trust, finding your rhythm even under pressure.
And then Chapter 9 hits the real game changer. An unexpected challenge. Malik, the star player, gets a season-ending injury. Just like that.
Creates this huge void. And Coach Sanders looks at Tyler and says, you will lead us through this.
Whoa. Talk about pressure.
Yeah, Tyler's stomach just churns. It feels like a burden, not an opportunity. Jason whispers, this is your moment. But Tyler feels the weight.
That's a tough spot. Stepping up because someone else went down. How do you handle that without feeling like an imposter?
Exactly. And the weight of words comes down hard. Whispers from classmates. He's good, but he's no Malik. Luke's blunt. The team's counting on you. Locker room is silent. He feels like he's under a microscope.
Crushing pressure. All comparison.
The first practice without Malik is rough. Tyler's running point, but he's shaky, making turnovers. Coach looks disappointed.
Oh, man.
But then Brandon, the power forward, pulls him aside, gives him some direct but kind advice. No one's asking you to be Malik. You're you. Play like it.
That's it. That's the key. The release from comparison. Be yourself. Authentic leadership. What a turning point.
Totally. It sparks that glimmer of hope. Tyler takes Brandon's advice to heart. Coach Benson reinforces it. You've got it in you, kid. I wouldn't have asked you to step up if I didn't believe that.
External validation meets internal resolve. Huge.
And the final push from within comes, amazingly, from Malik himself. He shares his own past struggles with pressure, telling Tyler, you don't need to be me. You have to play yours.
Wow, that's incredibly selfless from Malik.
Isn't it? And it fully inspires Tyler. He embraces his own style, makes smart plays, feels comfortable in his role. He's finally playing his game. The freedom of self-acceptance.
Leading up to facing the moment of truth. Game day, championship, tensions high.
Andre's confident. We got this. Just play your game. Coach Benson's calm in the huddle. Play as a team.
And Tyler.
He's in the zone, playing smart his way, makes a huge block in the final seconds, gets the ball,
Don't leave me hanging.
sinks the winning shot at the buzzer.
Yes.
And the book describes that feeling pure joy, replacing the weight of expectations. It's the ultimate proof of trusting your own process, your authentic game.
Incredible. What a climax.
So, chapter 10, looking forward. Tyler's in the empty gym later, just reflecting, thinking about how he kept going even when doubt seemed to strangle him, acknowledging the team's role.
Realizing mistakes were lessons. Success isn't avoiding failure, it's learning from it. He really has transformed. He is the game changer.
He talks with Coach Benson again, shares that new understanding. It's not just about winning anymore, it's about the growth.
And the coach gets it. Validates his resilience, his leadership, says the real game changer is in the growth. That's the ultimate secret, isn't it? True victory is personal transformation.
It really is. And there's one last beautiful moment. Malik finds him in the empty gym.
Oh,
Malik admits he struggled with pressure too. You only see the wins, Tyler, but I struggled too, and he repeats that advice. You have to play yours.
that's amazing closure. Just total relief and freedom for Tyler, knowing he doesn't have to live in anyone's shadow.
Exactly. So the real game changer for Tyler, ultimately, is understanding it's about fighting for your own place on your own terms. He's not the kid he was. He's someone stronger. Found that quiet confidence playing his game.
Wow. What an absolutely incredible journey Bill Vincent takes us on in Game Changer, Secrets of the Underdog. Tyler goes from being crushed physically, mentally, emotionally, to finding this deep well of perseverance.
He redefined success for himself, finds strength he didn't know he had, partly because he was the underdog.
Yeah, the secrets aren't magic tricks. They're about profound shifts in how you think, how you act, how you connect with others.
Tyler's whole transformation really hits home, I think, because everyone faces setbacks, right? Everyone deals with pressure, self-doubt, and his story just offers these powerful takeaways about resilience, needing that support system, and the incredible freedom you find when you define success your own way, instead of just chasing what other people expect.
It really makes you think about how challenges can reveal strengths you never knew you possessed. Becoming a game changer is an inside job first.
Yeah, it's internal before it's external.
The book really encourages you to look past just the win or loss and see the value in the journey itself, the growth.
So thinking about Tyler's story, it makes you wonder, doesn't it? What's your own definition of game changer? Is it hitting that big external goal, winning the prize?
Or is it maybe that internal transformation, how you change and grow when you face down your biggest challenges?
Something to really chew on.
Definitely. Tyler's journey really pushes us to look inward, doesn't it? And figure out what true, lasting success really means for each of us.
So if Tyler's story resonated with you today, if you're curious about digging even deeper into these secrets of the underdog,
We absolutely recommend picking up Bill Vincent's Game Changer.
for sure, and it's easy to find, just use the link to Amazon right there in our show notes.
Thank you so much for joining us today for this deep dive.
Thank you for listening to the Deep Dive Podcast.